Namaste and Swagatam. Today's topic is on sense of self. I am, and you fill in the rest. So many things can follow this I am. This I am may be followed by whatever you have come to accept or conclude about yourself. But have you ever questioned that conclusion? Have you ever looked deeply into that conclusion? What do you think would happen if you analyzed your conclusions about yourself? Around the age of 2, scientists say, we begin to gain a sense of self. And from then on, we start to develop conclusions on who we are. And that self is influenced by our parents, family members, friends, school teachers, our priests, religion, our culture, the world around us, and our experiences as we grow. But consider this, the two most important identifications in today's world, your name and date of birth, you did not come up with that. Those were told to you by your parents or someone else. Your weight, which you consider important, is judged by other people, society standard. Your IQ is measured by society standards, by the people around you. Your height, whether you're tall or short, is judged by the people around you. For example, you may think you're tall if you're 6'1" in American society, but if you went to a Watusi tribe where the people were average 8 foot tall, then suddenly you will realize that you're short. And even your religion, the religion that was given to you by your parents, or if someone had convinced you to change your religion, again that is influenced by the people around you. Think about this. If someone told you when to wake up, when to sleep, when to work, what work to do, when to eat, what to eat, when to play, etc., how to play, you would call that slavery. Now, what do you call it when others tell you how to think and what you should think about yourself? I consider that worse than slavery. The reality is that most of the opinions that you have about yourself were placed on you by others. So how can you say that is truly you? You do realize that you will continue to live whether you believe or accept any of these opinions, or if you change them. Your existence itself truly does not depend on any of those identifications or opinions or notions. You can change your weight, your looks, your name, or your religion, and still you will continue to exist. The only difference is that you will have new identifications. So let's go a little deeper into this. For some people, a life event may cause them to question who they are, why they were born in a particular place, to a specific family, of a specific race, etc. They may question their lives after experiencing a traumatic event. Or have you noticed that some people get temporary vairagya when a relative dies, and for a few days they question their own existence? Vairagya here meaning they get a little philosophical. They want to renounce things. And for some others, there were tidbits along the way stirring up this question. Then one day suddenly they heard a conversation or listened to speak on this subject matter. Then it opened up a whole new world for them. In our tradition, the topic of self-knowledge or Atma Jnanam is a common one. There are many examples in our literature, the Upanishads for example, of fathers teaching their children, or when the child was ready to absorb this knowledge, they send them to teacher. There are many examples of them sending their child to a guru in all the Upanishads. And this is called the Guru Shishya Parampara. Now this subject matter has been given high reverence, and it is prevalent in our sacred books. Many of you have heard about this knowledge, the knowledge of who am I, called self-knowledge or Atma Jnanam, just from being in satsang. That is called Apatata Jnanam, or general knowledge of the subject matter. You just hear about it and you don't know much more, you don't know whether it's true or not, but you hear at least, you hear about it. Just like you hear about heaven. You might have heard that it's a blessing or a punya of your prarabdha karma to be in satsang, because in satsang you're privileged to gain apatata jnanam, or general knowledge. This general knowledge that you are not what you have concluded, that you are something more than just this body. And that glimpse later on opens the door to Atma Jnanam itself. In many cultures, this subject matter is never dealt with. And in some it is considered taboo or blasphemous. How can you question who you are? And God just simply put you there and it's nothing for you to question. Not so in this tradition. See, just imagine how unfortunate those people are and how fortunate we are. For that reason alone, you should understand how privileged we are to be born in this tradition of Sanatana Dharma, where we can question anything about our existence. Hari Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.